Welcome back to Grape and Whiskey, where we give you our non-professional opinions of everything wine and whiskey related. We're excited. What are we getting into today, Dave?
Today we're getting into some Kirkland wine by Costco. It's actually Costco's brand of wine. And we're going to check out some good deals. The last episode we ended up doing Bordeaux, and we'll get back to that. That we're still doing that series, so look for that later.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, we actually got this wine the other day over at Costco. We figured it was one of the cheaper ones, so we just wanted to give it a try, and I'm a big fan of Pinot Grigio. So why not give me a good cheap wine to drink this week? And I really wasn't feeling any red, so we kind of held off a little bit on the Bordeaux, but we'll catch back up on that next week.
I'm going to go ahead and open this here in a second. It's called Grave or Grave. No, actually, I think it's just called Grave Pinot Grigio.
Kind of a good
Make
name.
sure the camera can see that. And I'm going to open it.
Absolutely. It's creative. You know, I'm expecting this to be a very good wine. You know, something that's going to be easy to drink.
You want to smell it?
That's my kind of wine right there. At least it smells, even though it is warm. It is warm. We didn't have time to refrigerate it. However, I don't really care. I kind of drink it cold, hot, warm. I really don't care as long as it's white wine and I'm happy.
What are your expectations on a
I'm expecting it to be on the lighter side. I'm expecting it to be something that I'm going to drink more on the regular basis, a little less with, a nice dinner. It's going to be my casual wine is what I'm expecting it to be.
Well, you never know. It may hold its weight up to $30, $40, $50 bottles of wine.
It could, you'd be surprised. You never know.
We don't judge on this channel, and it doesn't matter if it's a $2 bottle of wine and a $50 bottle of wine.
No.
Sometimes you get more than you pay for.
Exactly. We drink because we want to here. We drink because we're not professionals, so we just want to have fun. This is something that we just enjoy doing. So,
and if it smells like a shoe, well, we'll let you know that too.
Yeah, we'll give you our honest opinion on that. All right. So should I smell it? Am I able to smell it now?
Yeah. Give me your thoughts on before you taste it. I mean, you gotta always check the legs, as they call it. That is the fancy term for basically how much sugar's in it.
I see a lot of legs in there. There's probably a lot of sugar in it.
Not really.
But I don't know.
It doesn't look too sugary to me, in my opinion.
No, I've done a lot of winery tours, and you would think I actually knew what that would mean, but I don't. But I think it's going to be really good. It's really light smelling. Kind of smells a little bit appley, a little bit more on the flowery side. Very light and crisp smell.
Let's try it.
Yeah. Let's see. We can probably hear that gulp. I drink by the gallon of Pinot Grigio. I kind of just down that sucker.
That's right. That's a good sign, though. You didn't spit it out. We didn't need the spit bucket. We got one down here just in case. I mean, there's some bad wine out there you may have to spit out, but
that is true. There is, but honestly, I like it.
What kind of flavor profile do you think it has? Here, without looking.
Without looking?
Yeah.
I kind of already read what it said.
Oh.
So, and I
read it already.
I think I said it earlier, too.
You don't taste the hint of white flowers?
Actually, no, I don't. I just smell it. I do taste the apple side.
I'll be honest with you. I don't taste white flowers at all. However, it actually is really, really good. It says I will taste a hint of white flowers. They're lying, obviously.
You don't have the habit of going outside just eating white flowers, so you know what it's going to taste like in wine.
Not recently. My dog does, but
well, he eats anything. He's a dog.
Yeah.
They eat to kill themselves, basically. No, overall, I think it's a good wine. I think it definitely lived up to my expectations. It is something that I'm going to drink more, around the house. I mentioned last episode that I'm more of a casual drinker when I'm cooking, and that is definitely up my alley to do. It's cheap, too, so it helps a little bit.
Well, we'll get into that. It's we know it's cheaper just from Kirkland brand, and we bought it, but we haven't talked about the right price yet. What kind of food do you think this pairs well with?
I'm going to say more of your lighter meals. So I think tonight we're doing shrimp, so it's going to pair well with that. More of your salads. that type of food, or just because you like to drink white wine.
Well, yeah. But food wise, I would say yeah, something like shrimp, but
Yeah.
a light like scampi or something like that.
Yeah, that would work really well with it. Some garlic, really good garlicky shrimp scampi would go well with
The
it.
white flowers really complement the shrimp.
I think it will complement the shrimp.
So now we get into the nitty gritty of it all. How much does it cost?
This actually came in at the low cost of $4.99, which is
That's
really
really
good.
low price for a bottle
You
of
know,
wine, to be honest.
yeah, that compares to your cheaper wines like Barefoot over at the grocery store. But I would choose this over that any day. Barefoot it's good,
I
but
mean,
this I beat that. I would just load this in my fridge.
so far it's a good value for the
Yeah.
price you're getting. It tastes a lot like some of the better wines, and that's without it being cold.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think if it was cold, it would be even better, and that's a more fair comparison.
Oh, absolutely, it would be way better cold.
And the value for price for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're getting here, but it's not just cheap. If I were to pour this in another bottle like Barefoot or something, I could pass it off and people wouldn't even know.
No, they really wouldn't.
Yeah, you could.
I don't think so.
Because it honestly is easy to drink. It's not
Very.
super acidic. Of course, you got the white flowers. You can't forget about that.
That's true. It is. It has low acidity, very crisp, very refreshing. If you're gonna, go lounge by the pool for a day or want to make one of those little wine slushies that you can make, this is great to make with that. Because it is that light and crisp, it's not gonna overpower it at all.
All right. So, what kind of score rating do you think
Rating?
you would give this out of 10?
Out of 10, I would give it an 8. It's not my favorite I've ever had. However,
It's pretty high.
it's good. It would 100% be a go-to wine for me.
Now, are you basing that rating off of the price as well? Is that part of it?
Absolutely. It's based off the price as well as how easy it is to drink if you're a Pinot Grigio drinker and
Yeah.
you're a casual drinker. That's how I'm basing that.
That's
for sure.
tough. I think I would give it a 7. I don't think I would go quite an 8. But that's solely because that price on that wine is so low for what you're getting. I truly do recommend this bottle. I know the last Bordeaux that we tried, it wasn't a great recommendation. But this one, you need to watch that video in particular to see what we went through it. Because it might work for some people, but that didn't turn out too well for us. It kind of tasted like a table to me. And I love Bordeaux. However, I'm not a huge white wine drinker, but I could see myself drinking this at any time with meals, especially shrimp or fish or something like that. Everything the typical white wine goes with.
For sure. Absolutely.
Any other thing you want to share about it?
I don't think so. I think we really covered majority of what our thoughts are on it, our ratings and everything. And, we definitely recommend purchasing
recommend it as well? Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely would. And if you guys have any recommendations of anything you want us to try, definitely let us know in the comments below. We're always looking at those, and we look forward to trying some different stuff that you guys like. Or if you got comments about this, if you've already had it, let us know that. We definitely want to be very, into the comments with you guys. That sounds really weird. All right, so we definitely want to hear your recommendations of what you guys have had from Costco that you want us to try. Also, if you've had this before, let us know. Give us your feedback. We definitely want to be involved in what you guys like to have as well, and it gives us help for future content. Other than that, definitely don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on notifications. We wholeheartedly do appreciate it, and because we look forward to bringing you guys a whole bunch of content in the near future.
Oh, yeah, we've got upcoming episodes for more of the Bordeaux. We've got to finish that whole series. We've got a box to finish. We're not going to do all that in one sitting, obviously.
It's a little too much.
A little too much. But we try to do one wine at a time and really focus on it. Yeah. And we're going to have more of these Kirkland wines as well. Not all of them are necessarily a great deal. Some of them are more expensive than others and even more expensive than their counterparts. So we're going to get into that, see if the value is still there when it goes up to things like a Noir and stuff like that. And
And
if you look up here at the top right, I'm going to feature an episode from the past Bordeaux that I definitely recommend watching, even though that was not the most positive review of it. It's worth seeing.
Yep, absolutely. And don't forget, we do review whiskey as well. So we do have some future content coming in about, different whiskeys that we do have, how it compares with the wine. And, maybe you'll choose the wine over the whiskey the next time you have a nice meal. I don't know. But we're here to review anything wine and whiskey related.
I know it sounds a bit odd, but that's one of the things we're going to be doing in the future. Once we get a bunch of wines we reviewed and a bunch of whiskeys we reviewed, we're actually going to pit against each other a wine and a whiskey. And if you were sitting at the dinner table or just sitting around talking, would you rather end up having the wine we picked or the whiskey? It's such an extreme opposite thing that maybe the wine is so bad that you're like, oh, please just give me a whiskey, or vice versa.
Absolutely. There's a butt for every seat when it comes to alcohol, so you never know what you like,
Sure.
what you want, okay?
All right.
All right. All right.
Is that it?
I think that's it. I think we're good to go.